It's April on the Indian subcontinent. The ground bakes, the air is suffocating, and over 1 billion people are staring at the sky, waiting for the relief of the summer rain. When those first heavy drops finally fall, it feels incredibly local. It feels like the heat simply broke, allowing the skies above Mumbai or Delhi to finally open up. But that rain didn't form over India. To see where it actually comes from, we have to zoom out, way out, and look thousands of kilometers south, deep into the southern hemisphere. The water that floods Indian streets in June actually starts its journey at the bottom of the globe, traveling an incredibly precise, continent-spanning route just to get there. Maintaining this seasonal rainfall depends on a specific chain of planetary events, triggering in a precise sequence across the globe. Our starting line is right here, near the islands of Madagascar and Mauritius, roughly 30 degrees south of the equator. While India is boiling in May, this part of the world is experiencing its winter. The ocean water down here is deeply, aggressively cold. Cold air is dense and heavy. This block of winter air sinks, pressing against the ocean to form a high-pressure zone called the Mascarene High. Needing somewhere to go, it escapes outward, blasting north to generate the southeast trade winds. This freezing pocket off the coast of Africa acts as the engine room. Without it, the Indian monsoon has no push to get started. Escaping the high pressure, these winds rip northwestward, moving entirely over the vast empty stretches of the southern Indian Ocean. They travel in a relatively straight line until hitting a massive, invisible geographical tripwire, the equator. Because the Earth is rotating, air moving across it gets deflected. This is the Coriolis force. The ground literally spins beneath the wind. Crossing into the northern hemisphere, this force yanks the winds sharply right, heavily altering their trajectory. What started as a southeast breeze is now blowing from the southwest. The Earth's rotation has set the trajectory, locking the weather front dead on target for the Indian subcontinent. Now perfectly aimed, the winds brush right up against the eastern edge of Africa, specifically hugging the coasts of Kenya and Somalia. Here, they hit a bottleneck. Squeezed between towering African mountain ranges and the ocean, the wind is forced through a narrow channel. This compression acts like a nozzle on a hose, accelerating the air into a hyper-fast current known as the Somali jet. Blasting out of this bottleneck, the wind rips back out over open water, but this time it's crossing the Arabian Sea, which has been baking under the summer sun. Moving at immense speed over warm water creates a super vacuum effect. The hot wind aggressively evaporates billions of liters of seawater, packing the sky with towering, heavy cloud formations. The system is complete. Momentum from Madagascar, targeting from the Earth's spin, acceleration from African mountains, and its massive water payload from the Arabian Sea. It is now finally prepared for landfall. Right around June 1st, this fully loaded, dark mass of water finally slams into the Kerala coast, snapping the months of suffocating heat. But it doesn't wash over the country in a single wave. The physical V-shape of the Indian peninsula acts like a massive geographical wedge, forcefully slicing the storm into two distinct branches. The left side, the Arabian Sea branch, runs directly into the towering Western Ghats Mountains. The sudden elevation forces the clouds higher, causing them to dump torrential rain all the way up the western coast. This concentrated deluge is what fills the reservoirs, halts trains, and routinely devours Mumbai in knee-deep water every single summer. Meanwhile, the right branch slips past Sri Lanka and glides over the Bay of Bengal. Here, it drinks up even more ocean moisture, swelling in size as it curves toward the northeast. This second branch eventually crashes into northeast India and Bangladesh. It dumps unimaginable volumes of water, swelling major rivers to the brink and sustaining some of the wettest ecosystems on Earth. So the next time you see a drop of monsoon rain, remember its passport. Born in Madagascar's freezing winter, redirected by the planet's spin, turbocharged by Somalia's coast, and fueled by the Arabian Sea. Ultimately, the survival of the Indian subcontinent relies on the rest of the planet breathing in perfect rhythm.